my presentation is about the good in video games. There are plenty of people in the world who approve and disapprove of video games, and it isn't common to hear someone speaking negatively about video games. Most people who think negatively on video games never consider the positives of them, even if in the end video games turn out to be bad for you. So how do video games help you, especially with kids? Video games are shown to have positive effects for the player mentally when playing video games. It improves mental, social, and emotional health. As shown from results, the more that people play video games, their academic grades have improved. Based on a long-term study in 2013, kids improved their problem-solving skills by playing video games. Video games also provide mental benefits to kids. Easy, accessible games like Angry Birds, for example, provide ease and relaxation to the child when needed. When people play games and fail, it trains their emotions to tolerate failure. Eventually, it will allow them to tolerate failure in real-life situations. So when a kid faces a situation in real life outside of a video game, they know how to tolerate and handle it because they have been through failure over and over again. Video games help kids practice being social and work together with others. More than 70% of gamers play video games with a friend. Shooter games, RPGs, open world games, and more provide multiplayer capabilities and allow players to work together to use problem-solving skills to work against other players. In shooter games, online multiplayers allow players not only to socialize but also to work together and use teamwork in the game. In games, kids develop social experiences and help allow kids to handle real-world experiences with people. Children in video games are faced with many different social scenarios and teach them how to handle it in real life. In 2011, studies shown that shooter games can encourage teamwork and cooperation between players in the game. Strategy also allows players to cooperate to solve problems together. For example, the well-known video game Portal allows a pair of players to take control of either two robots, Atlas or Peabody. Using the robots and a gadget called the portal gun, they are put through a series of puzzles to solve together. When people play more video games, they think about someone wasting their time doing something pointless, but they don't fully think about what video games can do for you. An important concept that shapes life itself is creativity and imagination. Creativity is what forms everything around us. Video games provide a huge source of creativity, and people see children more creative than adults. So this gives children a way to strengthen their creativity and imagination. For example, the movie Tron Legacy, based off of the original game Tron. The movie talks a lot about how the huge virtual world they call the grid was made into reality by the creator. This movie is a good representation of how video games give us so much imagination that could allow players to do great things. So the point is that with video games, strengthening children's imagination and creativity could lead to them coming up with great things and possibly do something good for the world. Academically, people think video games are a distraction to people by playing them. But there is more to it than that. Playing video games does take time, but it doesn't have an effect on the person's mind to make them think that playing it is important. And even if they do play it, it can help them perform better in school and outside of school. Managing playing time on games is a responsibility that comes with playing them. But for kids, why not make it their homework? Assignments based on playing educational video games so they will strengthen their minds and have fun and actually want to do the work. Video games could play a big role in society if managed and used correctly. It not only could strengthen their minds, but also teach kids how to be responsible. I think kids can gain a lot by playing video games, and that teachers and parents should find ways to use them as an advantage for kids. Thank you.